which sets them up for a series here this weekend in Detroit against a very tough team. The Toronto Blue Jays come to town this weekend. The Toronto Blue Jays, they sit 33-23, the exact inverse of the Tigers' record. They are third in the AL East. They've won 7 of their last 10 games, but they're a scary team. And there's a reason why they're a scary team. And when I look up these statistics, it baffles me a little bit just how good this team really is. Now, defensively, their defense is the worst aspect of their team. That's where they're ranked the lowest in Fangraphs dashboard. Their offense, for instance, okay? Let me get to this. Their offense, for instance, is a top 10 offense going against a not top 10 offense, should we say, right? They have, right now, Fangraphs, they are 8th in the league. Their offense overall has produced by itself a 9.2 WAR. They only walk about 8.6% of the time, and they do strike out 21% of the time, which can work to our advantage given how good our pitching staff is. We're going to get to those pitching matchups here in a minute, but if we want to compare that to, the Tigers are dead last in offense. They have a 6.7% walk rate, and they have a 24.4% strikeout rate. So it's going to be much of the same of what we've talked about, is the pitching has got to give the Tigers a chance to win. And hopefully they're putting the ball, on the edges, making these guys chase, making them use that 21% strikeout rate of the Toronto Blue Jays to their advantage. And here's who's going to be doing that for the Tigers. Obviously, Skubal and Faedo just threw Tuesday and Wednesday, so we get to that back half of the rotation again. And there's no better way, I think, to get rid of the taste of your mouth from last Friday than by starting this Friday against another high-quality caliber team. And I'm talking specifically about Elven Rodriguez last Friday night. We know got hung out to dry. He had to get to the 5th inning to save the bullpen for the rest of the weekend. And he did get to the 5th inning, but he did take his lumps, giving up 10 earned runs against the Yankees. They were bombing the ball all over the place. And that was because of the report that came out that he was tipping his pitches. So let's hope that he went back to the drawing board over this last week and was able to figure out how maybe he's giving tendencies to other teams, how maybe he's creating situations where guys can pick up on the pitches that he's throwing. And I look for him to hopefully have a nice bounce back. Let's have a Faedo-esque outing. Let's get 5 strong innings, 2 or less runs. If he can do that, then he's had a great outing. If he can go 6 and give up 3, I don't want to get over that 2 mark, because the Tigers are a much better team when they score 3 runs as opposed to 2 or less runs, which any team is. When you have a team that puts runs on the board, you end up winning more games than you lose, and that's just not what the Tigers have done yet. Rodriguez is going to be facing off against Jose Berrios. Berrios right now is 4-2. He's got an elevated ERA at 5.24. He is somebody that the Tigers hopefully can take a little bit of advantage of, and they should know what he brings to the table. They faced him when he pitched for the Twins last year and prior to that. So hopefully there's a book on him, and maybe there's some tendencies that he has that the Tigers can pick up on. But the key for the Tigers, again, is going to be that chase rate, all right? Balls out of the zone that they're swinging at and not making contact, and balls in the zone that they're not making contact with. There's been too many swings and misses for balls in the zone for the Detroit Tigers. So Friday night, we're looking at Elven Rodriguez against Jose Berrios. We hope that Elvin can rebound. We hope that he can keep a very highly touted offense full of young, powerful hitters off the board. And the key is going to be pounding the zone. The key is going to be keeping the ball down, living on the edges, making sure that you're changing speeds, keeping those batters off balance. And it's really going to start with the Toronto Blue Jays leadoff hitter, George. Springer's a fantastic leadoff hitter, and he sets the tone most nights of how the games are going to go for a starting pitcher. So if you can work hard to limit and minimize the damage that Springer can do, then you can then work your game plan to minimize the damage that guys like Vlad Guerrero can do and Bichette can do. Okay, those types of hitters that they're scary. This is a good test for the Tigers again. The Angels, or not the Angels, I'm sorry, the Yankees are in a league of their own right now. They are like the top tier of baseball right now. That second, third tier is where the Toronto Blue Jays fall. And so if you want to really measure up the type of team that you are and can potentially be, then you have to show that against a team like the Toronto Blue Jays, who are a good team. They're a good team. I said going into these last two series, the Pirates and the Blue Jays, if they can win 3 out of these 5 games, that's a good 5-day stretch. They've already won 2 of them. So let's see if we can get that one more win and then maybe scratch out another one. But when you're 10-7 in your last 17, that's a good trend moving forward. That's a good trend moving forward. So we're going to talk more about that coming up. I do want to remind you, we are live, so just go ahead and throw comments into the chat bar down there so that I can see them, interact with you, talk with you about our Tigers and how they're doing and how you think they're doing and what you think they need to improve in, because I would love to have that dialogue. If you're watching now, make sure you hit that share button, hit that like button so other people can enjoy the commentary and the conversation as well. Moving to Saturday, okay, they have a 4:10 start on Saturday. That's going to be Kevin Gausman against Beau Briskey. Gausman has taken a decision in 9 of his starts, 5-4 with a 2.78 ERA. Very good pitcher. Has had a little bit of a renaissance, okay. Briskey obviously cannot get out of the loss column. He had a very good outing against the Yankees. He pitched extremely well. Just a bit of bad luck going against that lineup and against Severino, who shut our lineup down completely. So I expect Beau to build on what he did in Yankee Stadium. Listen, if you can do what you did to the Yankees in Yankee Stadium, then you can do that anywhere. So hopefully Beau has learned that he does belong, that he is the type of guy that the Tigers can count on. Not going to be a flashy guy, not a top of the end or a top end of the rotation kind of guy, but he is the type of guy that the Tigers can fill into a rotation that helps round it out. Kind of like a Faedo 0.2. You have your Skubals and your Mizas when he's healthy. Please get healthy soon. But then you need other pieces like Faedos, like Briskies, that can fill into that back end of the rotation to give you solid outings and allow your team to win. Because if you're only winning 2 out of 5 games, if you're only winning when your best pitchers pitch, then you're never going to get to where you want to be. So having guys that give you the opportunity to compete, like a Beau Briskey, like an Alex Faedo, that really helps moving forward and building that winning type attitude and thought process and belief in a team. Moving to Sunday, they have a 1:40 first pitch. Ross Stripling is going to be taking on Tarik Skubal. Okay, that 5th day has rolled around. We saw Skubal on Tuesday. He's going to pitch again on Sunday. Skubal again, last 3, 3-0, 1.33 ERA, 7 walks, and 41 Ks. Like a great dominant stretch of games over these last 3 for Tarik. But Stripling's nothing to sneeze at, right? 2-1 with a 3.65 ERA. And I expect the Tigers to be able to get at least to Berrios and Stripling. Let's put some runs on the board. Let's put the pressure on that defense of the Toronto Blue Jays. Make them make plays and make them get you out. When you're striking out like the Tigers were against the Yankees, like the Tigers did Tuesday night against the Pirates when they had 9 strikeouts there, when you're not even putting the ball in play, it's hard to make anything happen. A prime example of that was Sunday afternoon when they're playing the Yankees and Javi hits a cue shot down the first baseline, right? You put the ball in play and you make the defense make a play. So the Tigers' key to victory is balls in play. We've talked a lot over the last couple of weeks about hard hit rate and expected batting average, right? And even on outs where the ball is hit hard with a good launch angle, you have a higher expected batting average. But sometimes that expected batting average is not reality and you make outs. All that tells me is that you keep hitting the ball hard and eventually they're going to fall. And that's where we'd like to see the Tigers start making improvements offensively. If you want to see this team and you want to make a mental note of, is this team getting better? Notice how many balls that are hittable they're actually putting into play. Not fouling off and not swinging through. How many balls are they putting into play? And that's going to allow them to put pressure on the defense. It's going to allow them to make the defense make plays on them. And hopefully, luck runs in their favor.
Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on a